Hello everybody and welcome to Casual Warcraft. I'm Lust, as always. Fuck. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of crap going on in 5.2 and just read the patch notes because it's supposed to go live tomorrow, so I kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up and let you know what's going to happen. I'm not going to break down individual classes here just because there's so much going on in this that it would have to be like a 45-minute video for me to do everything that's going on in the world, plus every individual class, you know. And I already did one video just on professions, so you know, just for sake of you guys, we're gonna make it short, ish. Like I said, there's a lot going on. So my notes are here. So if I look there, that's what I'm doing. All right, I can't do this quite off the top of my head. As we know, 5.2, Throne of the Thunder King, and all that jazz. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. Zandalari are now going to be scouting the shores of Pandaria. There's going to be two different kinds from what I understand from the patch notes. There's going to be the Zandalari Scouts, which should be soloable, possibly need 2 players for them. But then there's the Zandalari Warbringers as well. The Warbringers are elites that you're probably going to need a full group for, from what I'm reading in the patch notes, which is kind of nutty. I don't want to get jumped by those guys if you can avoid it. So, yeah. In addition with this, there's the Thunder Isle, which is now going to be the new daily quest hub for all of us that love doing dailies so much. Let's see, it's going to be for PvP or PvE quests. It's not specific to either one. It's just you can do either one or you can do both, or however you want to do it. And once everything gets unlocked far enough, factions will unlock the Lightning Forge, which I assume is where blacksmiths are going to craft the lightning steel. Focus look funny on my camera, or is that me? Might be me. Anyways, if you want to get there, once it hits live, like, you know, Tuesday afternoonish, evening, once everything goes, you know, nutty and then settles down again, you got to go to the Shadowpan Garrison. They'll be able to transport you there, get you where you need to be. It's going to be progressively unlocked, which for some of you that don't remember, this isn't really a new thing. It was actually Magister's Terrace, that whole area up there, the Shattered Hand Offensive and all that. That was the same way back during Burning Crusade. It was progressively unlocked by dailies. That was progressively unlocked by individual players, though. You know, the more dailies you had done in that area, the more unlocked it would be. I don't know if it was a faction-wide thing. From what I'm reading in this one, it's supposed to be almost faction-wide. The more a faction unlocks, the more stuff is available. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet. I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see. Let's see, you know, as you go along and do this stuff, you can acquire a key to the Palace of Lei Shan, which you bring to the Shadowpan on the Isle of Thunder, and you get to access the Treasure Vault, the fabled Treasure Vault. Accessing the Treasure Vault gives you basically like a 5-minute shopping spree, more or less. You have 5 minutes to go in and grab whatever loot you can get. Bigger chests obviously hold better loot. Some of them will have epic gear, the bigger chests. Some of them will have epic gear in them. Others will have just keys that you can turn in for other rewards at the end, like epic loot or other, what was it they said? Powerful rewards. So we'll see what those are going to be. In addition to this, any level 90 players using LFD, you're going to get bonus Valor now for some dungeons. Not for all of them, but for some of them. Nizao Temple, which I can never say that one. Yeah, that one. You're going to get 5 bonus Valor for. Solomance is 10, and Shadowpan Monastery is 15 bonus Valor. Only for using LFD, the random finder. It's got to be random. That's the only way you're doing it. Also, Brew Moon Festival, Greenstone Village, A Little Patience, and Theramore's Fall Scenarios will all earn an additional 5 Valor. Heroic Pandaria dungeons will now drop 100 Justice per boss, and Scenarios will drop 50 Justice, which is nice. That's up from the 25 it was dropping previously, so that's kind of nice. Oh, I doubled that up. There's a couple of new world bosses coming in here. I just kind of quick edit in my notes. 2 new world bosses coming. There's Nalak the Stormlord, which is after the Isle of Thunder and all that is conquered and all the dailies and everything are opened up. He's the guardian of the Thunder King's temple, or what have you. And he's supposed to be pretty badass world boss, you know. Undasta is the other one. Sounds very Rastafarian to me, but he's actually a devil sword that the Zandalari brought over, and he's all been outfitted in big old heavy badassery battle gear. And he's going to be a devil sword that's going to be on the Isle of Giants, which is going to be in the sea north of Kunlai Summit. So that's kind of neat. 2 new world bosses. I always like world bosses. They're fun. There's a new system for the world bosses as well. I'm doing the thing, aren't I? You know what it is, because I'm talking too fast. I'm trying to fly through this. I really don't need to fly that fast. So anyways, the new world boss system. World bosses are now tapped to faction, which means, say, you know, the Alliance goes in, and, you know, they tap it. That world boss, until it is killed, is tapped to the Alliance. You know, same with the Horde. Horde goes in, it's tapped to the Horde. That means the Alliance, if they kill it, get nothing. Kind of sucks, really, in a lot of ways, but you know, in some ways it's kind of neat too, because especially on low pop servers, if you know one brave Alliance or brave Alliance member runs in and takes a hack at the Shaw of Fear, until they kill him, he's tapped to Alliance, so it has to be an Alliance ready to kill him. So I don't know if he'll remain tapped if like a Horde goes in and just kills him just to kill him or not. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but tap to faction. This is new. I've never heard of this before, so see how it goes again. But all players of a faction that engage a boss, a world boss now, are eligible for loot from that world boss, but you can only earn loot from it once per week. Obviously your bonus rolls and all that apply still. So the bosses do respawn more quickly, they're saying now. They got to increase the spawn timer for them, so you know, you don't have to wait however long it used to be. I don't even remember now. It used to be days and days back in the day, so there we go. Let's see, the new raid, Throne of Thunder raid, 12 new raid bosses. 12 new raid bosses. On LFR, it's going to be broken up into 4 wings, so you're not doing the whole thing all in one shot. You do each of the 4 wings. If it's beat on heroic mode, anybody that beats the Throne of Thunder raid on heroic mode, any guild or whatever that does that, or anybody that's done it, now is able to challenge a 13th bonus boss. So, you know, that's kind of neat. That'll unlock, it's all the Shadowpan Assault. That's the raid faction now. That's how you earn rep with them, is by killing off these bosses and whatnot. And they've got supposedly some pretty badass Valor gear. Sweet. But I'm kind of curious about that 13th bonus boss. I want to see what that is, but we'll see. Sooner or later. Remember the legendary quest line that, you know, pretty much everybody got back in the beginning of Mists? They're continuing it. There's a new legendary a meta gem, Crown of the Heavens, that you can get by continuing the quest now. Don't know anything about it. Didn't bother to look it up. Crown of the Heavens it's called. Wildhead's over there. You know how to do it. Also, if you had previous Shot Touch gems or any of the previous legendary gems, anything like that, and you want to reacquire them, you go talk to the Black Talon Quartermaster, who's at the Inn in the Mists. Go talk to him. Apparently he's got them. You can get them back, I guess. Let's see, what else have we got here? Farmville stuff. Yes, some Farmville stuff. Yeah, you can now complete a quest line where you can actually acquire the farm as your own. It's no longer Farmer Yoon's, it's yours. So that's kind of neat. Once you do that, you actually will be getting work orders from across the different factions in Pandaria. Filling those work orders or getting the goods off to them increases your rep with those factions. So it's a nice, easy way to, well, I don't know if it's going to be nice or easy, but it's another way to rep grind. Where am I? I lost my spot. When you do this, the house there becomes like an inn. You know, you get rest experience for being there and all that, so that's kind of a perk. You have to be exalted with the tillers and have opened up all 16 plots. You have to have opened up all 16 plots in order to do this. If you haven't got all 16 plots and you're not exalted, you can't do it. So get your rep up tonight if you can, or actually this will be live tomorrow while they're doing the patch. So if you haven't seen it yet, I guess, well, you know, start working on it tomorrow. Some new pets for hunters, some new neat little pets. There's 3 new spectral porcupines that have been added that are available for taming now, and there are dire horns. I was not really able to find out much about the dire horns because I just did this. So apparently they're pretty hard to get, and the porcupines are going to be hard to get as well. So good luck with that, hunters. Kind of makes me want to play mine again. I don't know. Yep. And now on to pet battles, everybody's favorite subject. Level capped players that win a pet battle against an opponent that is within 5 levels of their highest level pet now have a chance to win a lesser charm of good fortune. So it's kind of neat. If you're not level capped and you win a pet battle against a pet or a team that's within 5 levels of your highest pet, you actually get experience for that now, which is kind of cool. It's just, you know, you can level up with pet battles, I guess. I'm not sure really how I feel about that either, I guess, but it works, so, you know. Fleeing from a pet battle no longer despawns the pet you were fighting. Assuming you're fighting a wild pet, you flee from it, it doesn't despawn it anymore. If you DC during a pet battle, the pet that you were fighting will be respawned when you come back. Okay. Wild pets killed in battle will now never respawn. That's exactly how they put it. They will now never respawn. So if you kill a wild pet while you're in a pet battle, it's gone. You ain't getting it back, I guess. So they've also added in elite battle pets. These things are big badass battle pets that will spawn solo against your entire team. And I guess they have neat abilities and stuff. I haven't looked into this at all because I'm not as big on the pet battles as a lot of people are, I guess, but I'm getting there. Don't worry, I'm getting there. It's maddeningly addictive. Let's see, some random miscellaneous stuff here. The area of effect damage cap. If you don't know what that is, previously when you laid down an AoE, you know, Consecrate, Death and Decay, Blizzard, Starfall, any of those, there was a cap on the number of enemies they could hit, and it used to be 10. Anything more than that, then the total damage was spread across everything else. It's gone from 10 to 20. So they've doubled the area of effect damage now. And anything that's over 20 targets, the damage gets spread around evenly to all of them. So that's kind of neat. This is an interesting thing that I kind of like. It's kind of like Blizz's backpedaling a little bit here. But level 20 to 60 in quests will now be, or level 20 and 60 characters will now get quests to go to their faction's mount vendor and trainer to get your mount and your training for it, I guess. So they're kind of backpedaled a little bit on it, but it looks like they're kind of going back into, you know, each individual class or race or whatever has a quest to do something, which is kind of neat because, you know, if you didn't play back, you know, during BC or even Vanilla or even some of you in Lich King, there used to be a lot of very specific quests. There were obviously the class quests, which now we have Green Fire for Warlocks, which I covered a while ago. There used to be Paladin quests to get your Warhorse and your Charger. The hunter pet, you actually had to do a quest in order to be able to tame a pet as a hunter at, I think it used to be at level 10. The only time I leveled a hunter back then, I was a Blood Elf, and I remember you had to go to Farstrider Retreat, I think it was, out there, at level 10, and you would get a quest to go out and tame a Dragonhawk, and a Dragonhawk would be your pet. So I really like the fact that they're adding this stuff back in it. It kind of feels, it makes it feel more like you're actually playing your character, instead of just running along and doing what you do and just automatically getting all this stuff like, oh look, goodies, goodies. So I kind of like it. It's neat. It doesn't bring any of the challenge back that I'd really like to see, but it's still neat. So I think that's pretty much everything. Like I said, I didn't want to go over the class specific stuff because there is a ton of it. I will try to put a link down in the sub box down there to the patch notes so you guys can go check them out. But pretty much everything except class stuff I've now covered. I've covered the professions, I've covered battle pets, I've covered Farmville, Farmer Yoons, the Tillers faction, not Farmville. I've covered pretty much everything, I think. So I think we're good. Yeah. Anyways, comment, subscribe, like, thumbs up, and all that jazz. If you haven't yet, check us out over on Facebook. Facebook.com/LustsWarcraft. If you liked us over there and you haven't subscribed over here, come on over here and subscribe. You know where I am here. You're watching the video. Let's see, what else? If you want to follow us over on Twitter, Twitter.com/CasualWarcraft. That's the one. Man, I am just scatterbrained today. I am just everywhere. Been one of those days. I got my sound card today. Somewhere here. New sound card. Cheapy little thing. I just needed to split sound channels, not for anything fancy. So I will be installing that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it tonight. Maybe. I don't know if I feel like tearing my case back apart though. I don't know. We'll see. But if I do that tonight, then I will be streaming live coming soon. Very, very soon. I would say at the latest this weekend I will be streaming live over on twitch.tv/Lustair. And hopefully that goes well. We'll see. And what else? What's the other one? Oh yeah, if you want to get a hold of me for comments, concerns, gripes, bitches, complaints, anything you want to talk to me about, go ahead and send me an email, casualwarcraft@gmail.com, and I'll do my very best to answer your questions, or maybe I'll make a show about it. Who knows? So, in-game, if you want to get a hold of me in-game, my battle tag is Lust1183. And all that will be down in the sub box and on the screen right in this region-ish here. So, yeah. Yep. My brain is now checked out officially. I'm going to go do some dailies and some other crap and maybe put a sound card in. I think I'm done for the day. It's been a long day. Yeah. It's hard doing patch notes when I'm at work. You know, I'm a mechanic and I do car stereos. Somehow I still find time. I don't know. Anyways, as always, enjoy, and we'll see you guys in game.